Now, your opponent in the upcoming election is one of the biggest warmongers I've seen in a long time. We covered one of the bills he submitted to allow military recruiters into schools. Representative Matt Miller, he sort of launched that one furtively in order to continue to build out the military industrial complex. Now he sponsored a bill to extend American military benefits to Israeli soldiers. You would think he'd be easy to defeat if you could just get the American populace attention and say, this guy wants war. I don't. Can you speak to that?
Well, first of all, let me get to to a, an, a question that should be preliminary, and that is this an election that I can win?
Okay, yeah.
And then I can tell you how. Uh, I represented almost half of this district for 16 years before I was redistricted out by Democrats in Columbus. A new district was formed in the last year, which contained about half of my old district and a county south of Cuyahoga County, which I represented, contains a lot of people who used to live in my constituency. So this is a district I can win because I've won it over and over again. I defeated a Republican incumbent to get elected to Congress. I defeated the Republican incumbent to get elected to the Ohio Senate. So I do well with Republican voters. Why? Because I'm a straight shooter. I'm someone who has common sense. I look at things and make my decisions based on what's right for my constituents, not what is right for a political party. So I have the name recognition, and there's good feeling out there for the work that I've done over the years. Yes, I can win. Now, let's talk about Mr. Miller. He is somebody without a lot of political experience. He worked in the Trump White House for a while, and that became his springboard with the help of President Trump to get into a congressional seat in an area that he had little in common with. So he is, as you describe, somebody who appears to be a real fan of war.
Hmm.
When you don't have a lot of experience in politics, it's real easy to endorse war as a hypothetical construct. But when you come to see the effects of it, talk to people who are in it, see the human casualties, see the long-term impact, to see the effect on American taxpayers, you start to look at it in a different way. And Mr. Miller now has so departed from his constitutional duty to protect our country that he is now advocating that we give U.S. military service benefits to somebody fighting for another country, and just in time for Memorial Day, I might add.
Right.
So you have to ask who's he represent, and that's a question I'm going to be asking repeatedly in this election, because to me, people haven't had enough of these endless wars. They've had enough of the destructive undermining of the Constitution, which is always attendant with wars, especially when we're kept in a constant state of emergency by one president after another. Congress diminishes its authority as an Article 1 constitutional creation. Suddenly, Article 2, the executive, becomes ever more powerful. I'm telling you, this is a serious moment in American history. And those who would aspire to represent the people have to rise to the challenge. And those who are like Mr. Miller, basically clueless about what's confronting the American people and the nation at this moment, need to step aside so that some people who are serious about the work of governance can move forward.